the end of the event. So I take it the holidays are almost here, and it's a time to be filled with gratitude, with thankfulness, with kindness, with understanding, as well as open houses, having opportunities for guests and the potential of turning those guests into members. Katreina, are you ready for me to introduce you at this time?
Yes.
And while I'm at it, please provide me co-host rights as well. I know we don't have as many people, right now, but go on ahead and provide me co-host rights anyway. So Katreina Harmon is from Charleston, South Carolina, and happened to graduate from Benedict College here in Columbia, South Carolina, with a major in information systems. She is into knowledge management. Speaking of knowledge management, that is what she will be presenting on the second Thursday in November during our Midlands Leadership event. So a flyer is going to be coming out soon. She is currently our Club Growth Director for District 58 and served for the last 2 Toastmasters years as Division Director for the Low Country Clubs of District 58. She enjoys open houses. She likes to put together flyers, and she likes to participate in civic and community service activities, to include Girl Scouts of the USA. Let us now welcome Club Growth Director of District 58, Katreina Harmon, as she presents open house.
Thank you, and greetings, distinguished Toastmasters, and everyone. I hope all is well and everyone is in good spirits. Now I'll have to bring some little accolades because of one specific thing. My internet has been having issues for the entire week, so sometimes it goes in, sometimes it goes out, and I want to say I apologize for that and ahead of time, just in case I happen to pop off, but it will automatically come back on. It's just one of those things. I think something happened in the area or something to the point that is causing all this technical difficulties here with the internet. So I want to say thank you all for being here today as we explore some valuable tips for hosting a successful Toastmaster club open house. Whether you are a seasoned Toastmaster or a new member, the open house is one of the most exciting and impactful events that we hold. It's a chance for us to showcase what makes our club special, to attract new members, and to give a visitor a glimpse of how Toastmasters can transform their public speaking and leadership skills. In this presentation, we're going to discuss some strategies for planning, promoting, and executing an open house that leaves a lasting impression on a member. And we will share actionable tips that will help you make an open house unforgettable experience. And during this process, we are going to implement some KM methodology into this event, this presentation. So I hope you enjoy. And there we go, the difficulty. Okay, as my agenda, we will be talking about preparations for the open house, program planning, managing the logistics, engaging guests, and then follow up. Okay, with every event that we host is no different from doing a club open house. We have to set the time and the date, and we must find an area that is welcoming. We have to find an area that is conducive to the people that your club is a part of. So you want to make sure you have the target audience. You want to make sure that when you do schedule an open house, make sure that there's not too much events going on that day. For instance, Thanksgiving coming up, you don't want to plan an open house behind Thanksgiving or right before Thanksgiving. And I would say that because unfortunately, Dolphins is planning an open house November the 18th, by the way. So basically, it depends on the overall area and it depends on how much activities are involved in that month. You want to avoid conflicts. Like I said, you want to make sure you look at the local events calendar and make sure it don't clash when you setting up your open house. Of course, the venue, like any event, you want to make sure we have an event that is located in a vicinity to where people can come to. I say no more than maybe 15 to 10 minutes at least. You want to schedule, because if the club is in, say, Charleston, South Carolina, if I want to do an open house here, I'll probably go to the library, North Charleston Library there. And because that area is where everybody could be able to come, it's like 10 to 15 minutes, depends on how you get to that location. So you want to identify a venue that is, that is easy to be able to come to, especially if you after work. And then you have to choose a time as well, because 5 o'clock, we know is traffic. So therefore, we have to be conscious in that arena. Promotional plan. This is where the rubber meets the road. We have to decide on how are we going to attract the members? How are we going to attract new members? And that's being you having your target audience that you want to attract. So therefore, you want to start creating flyers, making sure the flyers are nice and pretty. Instagram, but on social media platform, LinkedIn, YouTube, or any means of promotional. Even when you go out on events, I know some of you probably may go to community events. That'll be a good time to pass out those flyers when you create those flyers. Like, say, for instance, last week I did an event. I set up a Toastmaster table, and therefore I attract new people, and hopefully they will become potential members. And so that's what we can do when we do open houses. What kind of community events in your area that you can go to, or what are you a part of? Like, I'm a part of several, if everybody know, I'm a part of several different types of organizations. So we have events all the time. So therefore I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and showcase Toastmaster everywhere I go. And one of the craziest thing is when I did the event, I said, man, it would have been perfect if I had some flyers for some clubs or stuff like that. So lesson learned for me, the next time I do set up a table, to make sure I get all the flyers and Toastmasters and just put it out on the table. So that way, when people come to the table, they'll be able to see what's going on. And so that's what we have to do as far as the open house is concerned. You got to make sure the flyer is good. We have to promote and word of mouth and make sure everybody is engaged in this open house. Recruiting volunteers. Now, sometimes that can be the hardest because you see few people always working, but we have to entice volunteers because that's what makes a successful open house. If we get many people, more than 3, more than 4, to help assist with planning or assisting with the executing of the open house. So you want to determine all the roles with the open house. You assign the responsibilities. You want to reach out to existing club members. Those club members that kind of say that they don't want to be a part of Toastmasters, but we can entice them to come back with this open house to see if they can assist to help make this open house a success. And of course, you want to set up communication platform that where we have a battle rhythm. We call it a battle rhythm, to where we are communicating updates and anything that we need to accomplish this open house. Program planning, the agenda. Without anything, we always have to have some sort of agenda to have the different activities that we want to put on the program. You want to put your time for your speeches, Q&A, networking, and also find the duration of the open house. I've not ever been to open house that was over an hour. However, I would say an hour may be quite enough, almost like a Toastmaster meeting, to where you get the networking in, you get the activities in, and all that good stuff. Now, somebody may have a different opinion about that, and we can talk about that in a later. However, I would say maybe no more than an hour tops for an open house, and also depends on the type of theme that you all want to host and how you are conducting that open house. Most important, I'll say everything is most important, but this is really the most important. Getting the guest register, assist with the guests, making the guests feel welcome. You want to provide and you want to make sure to get the necessary materials to make sure that they understand we are a great organization that they can be a part of, and we are a family-oriented organization. Showcasing the Toastmasters. Hey, we are here. We are at the open house. This is when all the volunteers, all the Toastmasters involved can introduce themselves. And this is a time when you can do some testimonials of, their Toastmaster journey to the guests. And when I say that is you want sometime personal type feel would help drive the decision of a guest. Basically, all the presentation will be great at this particular time, the table topics, everything at this time. You want to make sure that they understand who we are and why they need to be a part of our dynamic organization. Conducting sample speeches. Y'all see my picture there? Hey, you want to assign demo speeches, somebody that can speak. Sometimes people get a guest speaker, or you can use the speaker that within your club. Sometimes guest speakers are a very good hit. You can showcase whoever wants to come to your club or what have you kind of thing. And then you want to emphasize Toastmaster speech program, how you can improve on your speeches, like your pathways, or you can talk more about that in that setting, basically. Facilitating facilitate questions and answers. This is the facilitation part here. You want to make sure the environment is so good to the point to where they are feel free to answer any question. As you know, some of us are introverts. If you don't know, I'm actually an introvert. You may not believe it, but I am an introvert. And sometimes when you go into an unknown environment, you tend to be quiet. And that's the time where if you as a Toastmaster and you see that, you want to make them welcome so they won't be afraid to answer questions or be afraid to talk. Because believe it or not, public speaking is a very scary thing, because I was scared, and I'm pretty sure some of you all was scared. So you can imagine someone taking a step out of their comfort zone, coming into a new organization, meeting new people. So it could be pretty much frightening. We want to make sure they get that sense of warmth and welcoming into the club, so that way they can feel free to answer any questions that is necessary to fit their needs. Managing logistics, of course. When you go out there, you want to make sure your layout of the room is pretty well prepared, or enough space. The facility is really great, pretty much. And when I say that is you want to have time to network. So you don't want to have a space that is so small to where you can't really function or move around. Or if you have activities that you are designed, it would definitely help to have more space, especially if you decide to bring in refreshments and other types of material in that room. So you want to make sure it's very spacious. And of course, organizing your room with the necessary brochures, materials, pamphlet, so that they can take away when they leave the event. Of course, refreshment. Now, every time I see some place that has a refreshment, that's a good thing, because, everybody like to eat and everybody like to drink. So the better way to do an open house is have some sort of refreshment there. get some of the jitters out sometime after you eat, or, get some of the, get the warm feeling, because you do the refreshment in the beginning, you can eat. If somebody may not have eaten all day, and all of a sudden they say Toastmasters have refreshment, just pop in. I had that happen to us one time. They were just hungry, so they came in and they just sat down, and that happens sometime, which is another promotional tool, by the way, because a lot of people like to eat. But this is a really good thing to have. Refreshments, refreshments and drinks, to help, get the jitters out as well. And of course, our lovely technology. We know that technology is not 100%. So being that is not 100%, that's why we have to set up pretty early so we can do all the troubleshooting, the testing, making sure the speakers, because as we know it now, we are hybrid entities. So our open house will probably be hybrid in some cases. So that means that you will most likely have speaker on Zoom or some sort of platform. So you got to make sure everything is appropriate, make sure that the function of the speakers is good, make sure you have backup to the backup to the backup. And I would tell you, as a signal officer, that's one of the things we always stress when we're in the field, is that we cannot allow a soldier to uh, die because of simple fact they cannot communicate. So that's why you have to have backup and backup, backup. So that's same here. We want to make sure that our equipment is functional, and we want to make sure that we can have everything set during this time, and understand that, yes, technology is one of those crazy things that we always have, that is always have some sort of issue. Engaging the guests. Now, this is really where the rubber hits the road. Engaging the guests and making sure that atmosphere is really good, because we set the precedence. When a guests come in, we need to make sure that we are providing that peaceful environment, no hostility, a very calming environment. So when they come in, they feel more calm, they feel relaxed, and they'll be able to come and enjoy what we have to offer. And we want to encourage the volunteers to also engage. We shouldn't have a time where we have an open house and we have one person sitting by themselves and no one is engaging. I don't think that wouldn't feel very good at that particular time. But I would say that anytime we have a guest, we want to make sure we are engaging in each and everybody in the room. We have to communicate with each and everybody in the room. And sometimes, and that's the reason why sometimes it's important for us to ensure that we ourselves get out of our comfort zone and engage them as well. Because even though we are Toastmasters, we also still are introverts and sometimes still are scared, but we definitely have to get out of our comfort zone, because this right here, when they see an environment like this and welcoming, they're going to want to come back, because of the simple fact we have the greatest speed of core. They want to see us working together. And it's a really great opportunity to network and get to know one another at this particular time, and even get to know the needs of the guests. Encouraging guest interaction is what we talked about. And that's when you have the program, we have different types of activities. You want to make sure the activities is engaging, making sure that you are incorporating the guests, because when you feel like you're part of something, it brings them more, I can say this, it gives them more ability to want to step out of their comfort zone, basically. And collecting guest information. As we come in, we're going to get their information pretty much through forms. If you don't know, we always do that anyway. At the end of every single event, you want to get the feedback. We want to know who came, where they from, or get their contact information, so that way we can actually get them we can get them to do a follow. We will do a follow-up pretty much. And again, that follow-up and feedback there. Thank you notes. Everybody knows that thank you note is one of those things that is a courtesy and a thank you for actually taking your time out of your day to come to an event in which you didn't have to. But the thank you note represent that we care, in my opinion. That we care, in my opinion. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay. Sorry about that. You want to send a thank you note to express that we care, and then that we want them to see that we are here, that we are here to provide the necessary tools and resources for them to grow. And I think that's one of the special things in any type of event that we do. When we have guests, we want to say a thank you note, and let them know that we appreciate their time and their presence because they didn't have to show up. And then you want to remind them if you have a next club meeting, basically, to get them to come back. And lastly, you want to conduct the guest surveys, and that's providing us feedback. So when we do our next open house, we will be able to have the tools and the feedback to make our open house better and more greater than anything. And of course, with anything that we do, when we come together, we analyze those feedbacks, and then we make improvements. And right there, we're going to stop right there right quick. So at this time, I'm going to implement a KM Cafe type methodology. And what this methodology is, what a KM Cafe is I'm going to put you in groups. And I'm going to, before I put you in groups, I'm going to give you a discussion topic. And in that group, you're going to discuss that topic for about 2 minutes. And then it's going to be like a rotation. Then I'm going to change you up to a different group. And you're going to talk about that same topic for 2 minutes. And the last time, you're going to switch again. And we're going to talk about that same topic for the next 2 minutes. This is what you call a KM Cafe type methodology. And what it does is it gathers you all to talk about a specific topic. Not only that, you'll get to learn each other, you get to converse with each other, and you get to talk to each other, but it's going to be in different capacity. So bear with me as I get the rooms ready, but I'm going to tell you what that topic is, okay? Hold on. Give me 1 second, everybody. So this is the fun part, y'all. This is the fun part. So I'm going to see. Okay. The question, write this down, y'all, because this is going to be the same question each time. It's going to be a cycle. It's going to be 3 times. Y'all going to discuss this topic 3 times, right? And it says, how important is creating a theme for your open house? How important is creating a theme for your open house? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this breakout room right quick. All right, in room 1, open our rooms.
We're currently going on 22 minutes.
Okay, thank you. All right. Now, you should see some stuff pop up a little bit. Robert, did you get your room? Hey, Eileen.
Hey, I got my
Hey.
I'm muted because I'm driving. I just came food shopping.
Oh, so you won't be able to get into a room right now then. That's cool. I got them doing a KM cafe type thing.
Oh, no problem. I just saw the workshop and I said, let me say
Thank you
hi.
for supporting.
I'm driving home, so I can't do anything right now till the next probably 15 minutes.
Okay, cool beans.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm gonna mute myself. I'm driving home.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's see. Oh Lordy. I think I messed this one up. It's supposed to be like 5 rooms. I'm supposed to be like 2, 3. Oh, that's okay. This is just a work in action right there.
Are we supposed to be in a room, Katrina?
Yeah. Are you able to join a room?
No, I just came on here. I'm about
Okay.
driving home.
Oh yeah. So
So
yeah.
what was this
So
all about? I just
oh
saw
okay.
the
I'll let you
workshop.
know. Yeah. It's a workshop that I'm doing as tips for success. Tips. Oh God, I keep on that. Tips for open house success. Oh, so I wanted to use the KM methodology, but I think I kind of messed this one up. I should have put like 3, 3, and then change, but it's okay. Basically, I'm about to bring everybody back in.
Okay. Well, I'm driving, so give me about 15,
Okay.
20 minutes. And if you got to put me somewhere, just put me somewhere.
Okay.
All right, muted.
I'm in room 1 now. Why should we have a theme that is, why should we have, Minnie, you're back.
Everybody is coming back now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, I was only in room 2. I didn't get to room 1.
I got
Oh yeah, I didn't see. Here's the thing with this right here. I would probably need an extra Zoom person because
Gotcha.
the idea behind it is to be able to intermingle you all. You know, you shouldn't have been, and because we are, I should have created more rooms, basically more rooms, and it's supposed to be like a switcheroo. You wasn't supposed to be like in the same room with the
Right,
with the people.
right.
Yeah.
Well, that's all
However,
right. It was good. It was good. And Robert and I were stuck in room 2, but we're all right. And then when you let me get out of 2 and come to 1, and you said we're all back together again.
that is awesome. But in all, how did you all enjoy that little activity?
Loved
Basically,
it.
the
Great.
It
KM
was good to
Cafe
hear
type
about.
methodology is almost like a hour long, and that's one of those. It could be very draining when you are talking about a specific topic. But then the good thing about it is each time you talk about this topic, you're supposed to be talking about it with different people in the room. And so, future, that's what we have to do. So this was just one of these testing thing I wanted to do the day just to test it out and stuff like that, and also to see how you all like it. I mean, did you all talk about how important the theme was, or did you get an instant? Did y'all did some knowledge transfer on how important the theme was? And that's one of the things that I would love to see is a lot of the knowledge transfer going on in this arena, in this district as well, because the more we share knowledge, the more we can grow. And open houses is one of the key aspects of attracting new members. It's a key aspect of understanding our presence in the community, so that way we can go out and get these members. And I know as of right now, we probably just stagnant right now because a lot of people, we come to the meeting basically looking for people to come in. But unfortunately, in this day and time, we're going to have to get out there and we're going to have to say Toastmaster is, you belong in Toastmaster. Toastmaster will help you. This is a dynamic organization that could make a better you. I mean, if you scared of speaking, what better organization that you can be a part of is something like Toastmaster. And then the people here are very diverse. And so that's one of the things that we have to stress to people when we go out and make Toastmaster presence known. Basically, it's 6:35. I wanted to do another presentation, but that presentation is going to be very long, pretty much. So I'll have to do that at the next workshop. But I want to say thank you all for your time, your presence, because you all are the future of Toastmasters. We have to gain new members and build new clubs. And that's the club growth, love the club growth, and that's all our mission. We have to increase. So we're going to shift the focus into increasing our membership. And by doing that, one of those key things is open house. We have to encourage our members to get out in the community, go to the festivals, I'm trying to be vendors at certain areas now. Boy, I tell you, the costly to be a vendor. I was trying to get into the Carolina Coastal Fair. You know, $600. I was like, holy. However, but what I'm going to try to do is, because I am in another part of organization, and we setting up at the Coastal Carolina Fair, I'm going to bring Toastmaster, Toastmaster information out there. And just to let you know, if you guys have any type of information that you want me to share, you know, you can also pass it on to me and I can go ahead and start sharing. Because you got to imagine how many people go to the Coastal Carolina Fair. You see what I'm saying? That's a lot of people. A lot of people that we can tap into, a lot of people that we can engage. And if we can, you know, if anybody know how to do grant writing, because this particular organization was able to write a grant or somehow get a grant and able to pay for that. So that's something that we have to look into. But the main important thing, my fellow Toastmasters, is that in order to grow this district, we have to get out of our comfort zone. We got to make our presence known in the community, and we have to encourage our members to do the same. We have to encourage them, and it's going to be hard because, you know, a lot of people are not like a salesperson. They are introverts, and by them being in the Toastmaster group, they're already taking a step forward. So we just have to remind them that, you know, it's okay. We just need to get out there, get that courage and that bravery to just go out there and make our presence known in the community. Do you have any questions for me? I got 6:38. Okay, 6:38. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Time.
I don't have any
but
questions at all.
No, go ahead.
Katreina, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
ma'am.
I don't have any
No, go
questions at all, but I would like to say that I really enjoyed it on tonight. Also, I did enjoy the KM Cafe, because everyone that spoke in room 2, everyone had a different outlook on what they think the theme should be and how to go about getting it. So when you have people in a room with different ideas bounce off of one another, then you put them together, it helps out a whole lot. So I really enjoyed it on tonight. Wish more people was on tonight.
That's okay. It's oh gosh, hopefully
tonight, because this was a lot of, I enjoyed every bit of it, and I took notes. I can then share it with my club so that we can have one. And so thank you so much for all that.
Yes, but I want to make sure I recognize one person in this group. She's the club growth director for District 103. Her name is Latrina Odo. I just wanted to, I don't know if she's going to open, if she's going to say a few things. If she wants to say a few things, that'd be great. But she's the club growth director for District 103. We met in Essential to Leadership Club, and from there, and she is out of Chicago, by the way. So that's out of Chicago. So we welcome you, Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Latrina Odo. If you want to share a few words, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Well, thank you so much, Madam Club Growth Director, and to all our distinguished Toastmasters and guests on the line. Thank you for allowing me to sit in, to listen in. And just like Mary Lee said, I really enjoyed the engagement. And just like all districts, I would say we all suffer from a lack of engagement. And this year, I think as I listen in on different webinars and workshops, most of the district leaderships are focusing on engagement. And so this was a very fun activity, Madam Club Growth Director. So thank you for that. And yes, I am out of Chicago. I apologize for not having my camera on, but I was flipping through Facebook. I put it on my calendar. I wanted to surprise you. And I was so excited because what I found with District 103, which is my district, open houses, we are trying to get more of our clubs to engage and have open houses. And so as I speak with our VPMs, that is something that I'm pushing along with speechcraft programs to get our membership up and then to engage. So thank you so much for an opportunity to speak, and I'll turn it back over to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate that. Latrina, I greatly appreciate that. I know Distinguished Toastmaster Minnie Thomas had her hand up. No? Anybody else would like to share anything?
That was an error, but so much fun, worth my time.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You warm my heart. I'm gonna have tears in my eyes later. Laura, Robert, y'all have anything? Charles, and I know Linda is doing something with her babies. All right, then go ahead.
Yes, I
Go
have
ahead,
some.
Laura.
My comments in the chat, but I did enjoy the Camp Cafe. I've never been a part of something like that, and it was really enjoyable.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And extend the time so we can really get in there and have some conversations. But great job on it.
Okay, thank you, Linda
Yes, I
Marie.
have.
She said if anybody needs a speaker for their guest event, she'd love to do the open house. So she's in the chat. So if you want to send her a note, if you want her to be a guest speaker, please let her know. And go ahead, Charles.
I really enjoyed the Karama or whatever. What was the group thing that
Open house.
The KM
Since
Cafe.
we're open. Oh, you're talking about the KM
KM
Cafe?
Cafe.
Yeah.
KM Cafe?
Yeah.
I thought that was a really unique and fun way of doing that. That's the 1st time I've ever seen that.
Right.
I enjoyed it.
And if y'all come to the Midland leadership, I'll go in more in depth because I have more time. And I believe Douglas will help me with the he will probably help me with the Zoom to where we switch rooms. So that's the premises of my presentation is doing a KM Cafe. KM Cafe doing that arena. That's virtual. Y'all haven't even seen an in-person cafe yet, but that's coming to you. But other than that, Robert, you have anything?
Yeah, I think you did the KM Cafe last year when you did one of your speeches. Like in the Midlands Leadership, I remember you did it about somewhere in the last 15
Yeah, I
months.
did knowledge sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, so next month you're gonna do knowledge management next month?
Yeah, I'm doing KM Cafe next month.
Yep.
Yeah.
We get 3-4 weeks or 3 weeks, I guess.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right. All right. Thank you. It's 6:44. This amount of time, an hour, which is pretty good. I would say y'all can go back home, fix your meals, hang out with your family, basically, and get all that good stuff there. And I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you on this call today. Greatly, greatly appreciate it for your time and your attendance. And I definitely want to do a print screen of this event too, as well. Oh, thank you.
Do we get to take a picture?
Yeah, once Jessica stops sharing her screen. Okay, so I'm gonna do a print screen. Say cheese. No, say 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me see. Hold on, let me see if I got it. Hold on for 1 second. All righty. I have it. I definitely will give it to you, Laura.
Excuse me. Are you gonna mail out a
Did
link
you-
to the recording or just record?
Yes. Yes. Give it to the prospective the PRM, and she does what she do, and send it out to everybody.
And you go back the picture to
Yeah. Thank
Upload
you.
to YouTube.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Oh, a little tour. I'm glad I did my hair a little bit. No, I just want to make it. I just want to make everybody laugh with that one since we already done and everything. So I want to say again, thank you everybody for being here. I greatly appreciate it. So we're going to go ahead and work on getting some members here. And just so note, trying to visit clubs in the next 60 days. So in the next 60 days, I'll probably be visiting some clubs. So, all right.
Yep. Good job
I
tonight.
don't know if I give it back to you, Jessica.
Yes, I have a token of appreciation. I'm presenting Katreina Harmon with this certificate for presenting open houses this evening during our monthly district-wide workshop, awarded October 23rd, 2024. I need to change that. And me as program quality director. So thank you for that. Our very next workshop will be the third Wednesday in November instead of the fourth Wednesday, as it is Thanksgiving next month. So third Wednesday in November.
Okay, cool beans. Trina, give me a call when you get time. But other than that, take care, everybody. Y'all have a good night. Don't eat too much. All right. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Yep.
Good night.